That's some good sausage. Is Lon Dieger a sausage?
I think it's a sausage.
What kind of sausage?
What's it say, Josh?
Aren't all meat sticks sausages?
Oh, this ain't a podcast about meat sticks. This is What You Think. We are drinking a lot of German beer tonight. We got some Pecatonica beer. We got sake. We were at the Cigar Bar earlier with Rob. Shout out to Rob. And Dave.
Hi, Dave. Isaac
said hi. I am in the apartment of high strangeness right now. It's Josh's apartment. How you doing over there, Josh? You're one of my co-hosts.
I'm going to be honest. This package doesn't say whether this is sausage or not.
We have Jason who can walk here.
Jason, fact check that.
Yeah, I literally have it up now. Lon Dieger is a shelf-stable, dry-cured sausage from Germany.
Okay. Isaac, what do you think about that?
I think it's delicious.
We have Isaac here. He's another co-host. Like I said, we're always drinking and always thinking. This is What You Think. Guys.
Wow.
Is that a good catchphrase?
You're just thinking on your feet, baby. But you're sitting down.
I'm sitting down, baby.
Doggy.
Oh, man. I got a script for you guys.
X.
By script, I mean story. Whoa. I don't actually have a script here, so we'll have to figure it out as we go.
Do it live.
So, 2023. Do you guys remember that year?
No.
Not really.
Oh, man. It was a blur after COVID. But, like, over the spring and summer, do you guys remember there was all those, like, weather balloons that were flying over the U.S.? Like, oh, it's a Chinese spy balloon, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. But, in Madison, the jets got scrambled to shoot one down over one of the Great Lakes. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah,
so
over Lake Huron.
Yep. It was just it's kind of a crazy national story. They were there for what? I don't know, a few months, and then never really heard about them again or anything. Over the last couple of years, they've been really pushing hard to declassify a lot of UFO docs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this came up. So like they kind of explained this away and said, oh yeah, it's a Chinese surveillance balloon, but it might not be that. We'll have to see.
And it's in our backyard.
It is in our backyard. So with all these declassified documents trickling out, the story's gotten a lot stranger. Isaac, grab that beer. You better get ready to drink. Do you have a beer? You got sake over there, too.
2 beers and sake.
Well, let's talk about it. So it all started with one balloon, a really, really big one, drifting across the country.
I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah,
everybody was like, oh, it's a surveillance balloon. But a lot of other people, including like Coast to Coast AM and skeptics, I would say, were like, nah, that's not a spy balloon. That doesn't make any sense. And then after that one big balloon flew over, a lot more objects showed up. They were smaller, they were stranger, and they were shot down over Alaska, Canada, and the one in Lake Huron. No one could agree on what these things were. The Pentagon said they were completely unidentified. NORAD said they'd, adjust the radar filters and never really said what it actually was. Pilots said the objects didn't move like anything they've ever seen before. And everybody in the Midwest, we just stood outside and said, hey, that don't look like no balloon I'd see before. Yeah. So before we go deeper on this, let's lay it out. This happened pretty quick, right? Like it was over a couple weeks, maybe. We'll get into it.
Wasn't it only about a week for it to drift across?
For the one, but then these other ones showed up.
There were like a good handful of incidents that happened.
Yeah, I remember the other ones, but like it was only a few days for the big first one, right?
Well, yeah, I'll get into that. So
you mean the one that was a spy vessel, but it flew all the way across the country before they shot it down?
Right. Yeah.
Instead of shooting it down immediately?
Right. I'm eating the Lon Dieger right now.
You want me to tell you a story, Ty?
I'll tell it.
Okay.
So the first sighting was on February 1st, 2023. Massive high altitude balloon was spotted drifting over Alaska. Officials all said, hey, that's no threat. But a lot of the people that saw it said, hey, that shouldn't belong there. What the hell's that doing there? It drifted all the way across Canada and most of the U.S., and it was shot down off the coast of South Carolina, which is weird. Like, they waited for it to get off the coast before they shot it down. They didn't just do it in the middle of the Yukon or somewhere there. They shot it down. There's debris everywhere. The news was covering it and everything. Everybody was arguing with what it was, and then guess what? More showed up.
Uh-huh.
So on February 10th,
I'm getting scared.
You were there for that. You were alive for this one.
Yeah, we talked about
and
this.
I was scared
it was happening.
Yeah. 9 days after it happened, they saw a small, silvery, cylindrical object again. It had no visible propulsion like the first one. It was just hanging out there. They shot it down immediately over Alaska. Recovery teams went out, and they never said what it actually was.
They were saying, like, from what they saw visually, that it was about the size of a small car.
Yeah, that's pretty big,
wild.
right?
Like one of the reasons why they, took it down was they claimed that it was like risk to civilian flight because it was like, within the normal like I don't know, airspace where like civilian flyers,
Right.
like planes can be.
On February 11th, over the Yukon, Canada, where Jason's from, or so I've heard,
You betcha.
Yeah, I think
they scrambled the jets and they shot down a dark, elongated object moving against the wind, which, hey, that doesn't sound like a balloon I know, but it had no visible propulsion systems either. Kind of strange. Search teams went out to comb the wilderness to find the wreckage, but guess what? Nothing was released.
They had to use an F-22 to bring that one down.
Right? Isn't that crazy? Like you could shoot down a weather balloon with a pellet gun if you wanted to, right? Like, come on.
They're sending out like the most sophisticated aircraft that like we have.
Yep. Just to shoot down a weather
Those
balloon.
dang balloons.
So,
I think this next one's my favorite one though.
well, this is a Lake Huron.
Quit reading ahead.
Yeah.
What? You weren't paying attention?
No.
This February
I'm not even
12th.
listening.
Yeah. February 12th, an octagonal object with tendrils drifted over the Great Lakes.
You mean tentacles?
Yeah.
Tendrils are kind of like
Yeah.
tentacles. I
Really?
guess. Yeah.
Wow.
Basically.
Yeah.
Kind of smart.
Space jellyfish?
But so they scrambled jets out of Madison. And I remember when this was happening because I was like,
you could hear him like.
Were
taking
you
off
at
and
the airport?
I was at the airport when this happened. Like I was flying out for work and they had to stop all flights going out of Madison so they could scramble these jets to go out, which is pretty crazy. They didn't just shoot these down with like whatever machine guns they had mounted on. They shot missiles at him. The first missile couldn't hit it and missed it. And then the second one they shot hit it. Divers searched for the object in Lake Huron, but didn't find anything.
To be fair, I don't think I'd want to be diving in Lake Huron in the middle of February either, though. So, like,
I mean, for an alien or a Chinese spy device, I don't know. You feel like they would have found something from one of these things, right?
Or
There's no
or the
debris ever found.
stuff on like the ice that they should have been
Right.
able to get easily or something.
So the crazy thing is, it's not all ice there at this time. There was boaters out on Lake Huron, and they heard a bunch of radio static that sounded like voices coming through the radio static when this thing was drifting overhead, and all of their compasses and navigation systems were just like going crazy.
Like when people would hear like the old school like number station stuff or like just random
Just
voices?
random voices coming through. And like I said, all their GPS was messing up. They had compasses that were going crazy. So there's
Oh man.
a weird electrical phenomenon, right? Which a lot of people associate that with UFOs. So like basically what happened is in late 2023, some information came out. They had documents that they released, that the government released, that said these are non-standard aerial constructs. The materials, after they said they didn't find any debris, right? Or debris, they said materials are inconsistent with known manufacturing, and short bursts of electromagnetic signals were recorded during shoot downs. And one pilot that flew one of the jets to shoot it down said the object reacted to our presence. It dodged the one missile
Oh jeez.
that was shot at it. I mean, I don't know.
Weather balloons can do that, Ty.
Yeah, weather balloons can totally do that.
It was just a divine wind blew it out.
Right?
Yeah.
So, the first object was spotted over Alaska. Why would you be, spying on Alaska like that? I guess we have like, what's up there? HARP? HARP is up there, or
Yeah,
some on NORAD, I guess.
You could just be like, dipping your toe in the water as far as like creeping into U.S. airspace kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's something like if you know stuff about our geopolitical relations, like maybe you're trying to make people think, oh, it's Russia or something like that.
But I mean, I remember the news report said it's a Chinese spy surveillance balloon or weather balloon.
They didn't have that right away, though. At
Right.
first, it was just, it's unidentified.
Right.
Okay, the first one definitely just looked like a spy balloon, especially when it stopped over a couple military bases.
Oh,
but
the one that they shot down over the Carolinas?
Yeah.
yeah,
That's the first one.
that's
They
the
let
first
it. They
one.
let it drift
Oh, yeah.
all the way
That
across
one
the
for
country.
sure seemed like it was just a spy balloon.
Well, and that one was like going over like the Great Plains where they have all the missile silos
Yep.
yeah,
and everything too.
It's like the Minuteman line or
Yeah.
whatever.
So for the second one, when the F-22 took it down, debris was scattered all across ice and snow, but still they're like, oh yeah, none of the recovery teams found anything. But locals in the area reported that there was a low hum in the air. and it stuck there for hours afterwards. So it was just like a constant murmur, like brrr.
After they shot it down?
After they shot it down.
I don't like that.
There was dogs barking at nothing like crazy. Lights were flickering in all their houses and cabins and stuff
Also
up
don't
there.
like that.
There was just electrical phenomenon happening. There was a fisherman that was out on a lake nearby, and he said the sky felt like it was charged, like it was about to thunderstorm. Like, you guys know that feeling, right?
Yeah,
like when it's about to... Yeah, go ahead, Josh.
These sound like a lot of like the Bermuda Triangle, like electric fog descriptions.
Yeah. There's a trapper up there that he said he saw a piece of debris that fell before the military came there, and he said it was like a piece of the night sky fell off, is what it looked like. It was just like a piece of the night sky. And he said it was smooth, cold, and vibrating like a heartbeat because he found this little piece that came off. And then he dropped it, looked away, and kind of got out of there because the military was coming.
Didn't start like rolling back towards all the other pieces like the Iron Giant.
It could have been. I mean, it was just sitting there pulsing basically in this trapper's hands after he saw it get shot down. But he's like, hey, I probably shouldn't be here, and I probably shouldn't be holding this thing anymore. So he got out of there. So then everybody... I think we talked about the Lake Huron one the most because they scrambled the jets out of Madison. That's where we're based. And the weird thing, too, is the missile missed. The first missile missed. And the pilot said that it reacted to the missile coming. You know, the radios cackled in voices. No one could really hear what they were saying. It was just like, something like that. Like when Isaac's drunk or something.
Well, yeah.
And then, you know, the fishermen's also, I forgot to say this before, but the fishermen also said there was a glow beneath the water after it was shot down.
That's terrifying.
For a while.
Interesting.
So,
underwater base.
Could be. You never know. So, why we're talking about this now is they started declassifying a lot of these documents this year, like I said. And the newly declassified documents say, yeah, it was a non-standard aerial construct. Wasn't of Chinese origin, the material's inconsistent with any known manufacturing methods on Earth, and the flight behavior was not compatible with any aerodynamic principles known to man. There's also those electromagnetic bursts that it had that was in the declassified files, and there was precise frequencies recorded and signals that it was trying to bounce to people.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really, really crazy. So I guess it might be about time to ask what you guys think about this. I mean,
we were a little bit more time if you got more, baby.
I think we can talk about what we think because I think we can probably discuss this for a while.
Yeah.
I'll start with Jason. What do you think about this?
Well, around the same time, they were like even outside like the Midwest in the U.S., like February 2nd. So like just a couple days after it was like, or it had been, the first one had been noticed, but it hadn't quite gotten shot down over South Carolina.
Are you going to talk about the England ones?
Well, this one was around like Costa Rica, like Colombia and Venezuela. They saw like some more high altitude, like allegedly balloons going.
I remember the Costa Rica reports.
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking of the drone. When all the drones were over New Jersey, England also had those too. But yeah, so Costa Rica had these objects as well.
There was one on February 12th in China where they had seen their own unidentified object over the Yellow Sea and that they were planning on trying to shoot it down too because it was near one of their naval bases.
Oh.
I don't know if they actually ended up shooting it down.
So that's kind of crazy that it's, we thought it was maybe a Chinese surveillance balloon.
They're probably like, dang, America.
Yeah, those Americans are sending their surveillance balloons over here.
There was another one, February 14th, where in Romania and Moldova, they ended up like seeing some too. The Romanian Air Force unsuccessfully...
Is that just a bunch of flying bats or what?
Vampire attack.
Some Albanians tried to like strip the plane parts or something. So, like, that's like why
my copper.
So, like, they unsuccessfully tried shooting it down. And
with AKs.
Moldova, you're telling me their old Soviet munitions couldn't take down alien technology?
I pull AK out of creek, it still work.
And then, like, there were a handful seen over Hawaii, too. So,
oh, really? I didn't even know about that.
To, like shut down, like...
So, it was a global phenomenon that lasted 2 weeks?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's...
creepy.
Weird.
Like, that's absolutely wild.
So what do you think about it, Jason? Like, you told us a little bit more, but what do you actually think these things were?
Yeah, like, some of them like feel like that they really could hand wavy go, Chinese spy balloon. We just tuned our radars a little bit better. So that's why we're seeing all of a sudden now, and we never did before. Which,
or again.
Yeah, it seems like it's a very weird thing that they're like, oh yeah, we just now decided to finally tune these and they admit that, like weeks after.
Why would you use a spy balloon when you have SR-71s?
Well, we have
or satellites.
Like you have
satellites. Like, why are you using a Chinese spy balloon?
You've seen the actual pictures of the first one. It's literally just a normal satellite, like hanging from a weather balloon.
Yeah.
This is inconspicuous.
Maybe they're just like more, inconspicuous.
They'll never
launch.
They'll never expect this super low orbit satellite.
I don't know, but once you start getting into like where it's like they're moving against the wind, and it's like they're things the size of cars that are just like hanging out there, like I don't know, it seems very weird. Then you get into like the boaters and everything,
right?
Into like all like the weird phenomena and all of their like navigation just going insane.
And I feel like it was more of a thing in the past where people were spotting octagonal craft like that. Like that was how they would describe not flying saucers,
that's
obviously,
an old school report.
But that, right, like that's something that they used to say way back in the day. It was like,
what's with the tendrils?
That's just scary.
Yeah,
that's just scary.
I did not like that.
Like Evangelion, like angels.
Yeah.
No, it's out there trying to grab superior fishermen.
From War of the Worlds?
Are they taking all the trout?
Yeah, that's like War of the Worlds. Yeah.
Is that the noise it made?
Yeah.
Yes. Like the brown note almost.
Like, yeah, it's scary.
Scare Isaac.
So
I guess I'm just glad it didn't blow up the bridge because
yeah,
the bridge to Eldon,
Mackinac Bridge.
Oh,
so what do you actually think though? Like you're kind of undecided. What do you think, Jason?
I don't know. It seems like it's not earthly technology that could be doing some of these. Like,
so you're just agreeing with the government.
There might be.
Is Jason a spy?
One of them might. Yeah,
he's a Canadian spy.
He's a probe.
Isaac likes getting probed. And Isaac, what do you think?
I think I'm going to take Jason to the bedroom real quick.
Oh. Better there than here.
No, not my house. I think, totally like aliens and stuff, buds.
You just think it's aliens.
I mean, there might have been one balloon.
One balloon?
I just don't think that a balloon would fly all the way across the U.S. and
like, why would we wait so long to shoot it down? That's what I wonder. It's like, I get like the civilian casualties or whatever else, but it's also like it was flying over the middle of nowhere for a while.
Yeah.
It might flatten someone's corn over Nebraska.
Well, they love their...
Because we have a whole bunch of low altitude sensors too for tracking drug cartel planes flying from Mexico to the U.S. So they would pick up a weather balloon.
Right.
They
Yeah.
would pick up anything. Like that's the whole point of those ones too.
Yeah. I think it's weird that it happened for a couple weeks and then didn't really happen before. Hasn't really happened again. But a lot of these UFO reports, you see like people in San Francisco and Wisconsin and all these people see these things for a couple weeks or a couple months at a time, and then it just stops.
Yeah, that's weird, actually, though. Why is that?
I don't know. Is it mass hysteria? Are they actually seeing something? I don't know. Josh, what do you think?
So the first one I definitely think was just like a spy balloon. I know China just says it was a weather balloon that just, kind of got away from them.
Real far away.
Yeah.
Our bad.
Oh,
We just lost
shoot.
track of that one.
People put up a shit ton of weather balloons. Weird that one hasn't happened before. But I think the first one was definitely a spy balloon. As for the reason why we waited, I think it was because we wanted to recover it and see like what information it collected. Because I don't think they were actually worried that much about the information it collected, but they wanted to just check and be like,
considering that China owns like the southern half of the United States anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think they were that worried about it, but they just wanted to see, it flew over all these bases. We don't really think it got anything, but we want to see what they think that they got.
yeah, but
And
and
then-
still would have been transmitting the whole time, though.
Yeah.
Would you want to risk that?
You're just confident, I guess. I don't know. For the second one, like the one that was shot down way
Alaska?
in Alaska, that one is the weird one to me because they just like went out and got it right away. As soon
Yeah,
as
that was
it
over Canada.
or over Canada.
Yep.
And then they just keep getting weirder. Like the Octagon one is crazy.
I don't like that one.
I don't like that one at all.
I don't like that one because that's the one our boys shot.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the thing is like, I know Jason kind of skunked on it a little bit, but the radar tuning thing has been brought up quite a bit on like, oh yeah, we just decided to tune our radars a little bit differently, and now they're picking these things up.
If only we had Thomas Townsend Brown, the best radar operator apparently back in the day.
Apparently.
They said he was a crackpot for everything. Like, he also did the Philadelphia experiment, which we'll cover in another episode. But
Yeah.
are you done, Josh? Because I got a couple things to say.
Your turn.
I think so. So first one, definitely just Chinese balloon. Second one, iffy, could have been another spy balloon, could have not been. Third one, terrifying, don't like it. Don't like it at all.
So I went from being a skeptic on a lot of these things to now I'm like, I'm listening to too many crazy podcasts where like, I just got to start listening to something normal.
And like you said earlier, the last one, I can't age our podcast here, but we're desensitized to it because of all the movies and stuff we're seeing. Like,
right,
people
yeah.
are like, if they go look up and see a spaceship, you might get a video. Most people are just like, oh, whatever.
Yeah. Well, and now it's the time of AI. Like, oh, that's probably AI or whatever, too.
Yeah, any video that goes up on the internet,
right?
Like, oh, that's probably fake.
I guess the fact that, I don't know if you guys have heard the term of like getting gift dropped certain things from either aliens or higher dimensional beings or whatever, where they want these things to be shot down so we can learn, like reverse learn the technology.
They're not going to let us shoot them down.
So they're like gifting these crashes to us. A lot of people think what was that? In the 30s in Italy, there was a UFO crash that they think is like a gift crash. A lot of people think Roswell might have been too. There's been reports in Russia and China that they've also had like these gift crashes where some higher intelligence is feeding us these things in a way where it's like, hey, if you're smart enough to reverse engineer this stuff, you can do it.
Yeah, and that comes along big with like a lot of like people describe like the supposed bodies found in these crashes as like dummies or like drones.
Right. Yeah.
But do you think they're interdimensional or do you think they're extraterrestrial? You know what I mean?
I don't even want to get into the whole, what's the difference?
Both those make me uncomfortable.
Yeah. I mean, I used to maybe believe
rather them be aliens than interdimensional.
So I actually
magical time traveling.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I went back and forth where I was like, oh yeah, these things are extraterrestrial. Lately, I've been leaning into these things are always here. They're just drifting in and out of our dimension or our timeline, and they're just feeding us stuff to get to a place where they think we need to be at some time, at some place, in some space. I mean, you take a look. There's a lot of people now that think Velcro was in one of these gift drops. So, like, think how, like, you use Velcro every day. Transistors were in one of these gift drops.
No,
like,
we got Velcro from a gecko's paw.
Right? I mean, that's Geico, but...
Those birds.
No, it's from a gecko.
Yeah, I thought it came from Cocklebird.
It came from a gecko!
Look it up. There's people that think that was a
Geckos use
purposeful
static
drop.
Cling. They don't use Velcro.
I've seen it on Modern Marvels, John.
I don't think geckos are Velcro.
But geckos do have like some kind of like thing on their paw that gives them like a crazy amount of surface area.
Yeah, they have static cling.
Hey guys, this isn't a podcast about geckos.
We're switching it.
This is what you think.
We're thinking about geckos.
We told you guys what we think about this one. I told you it was time for us to tell us what we should think. We talked for like 10 minutes. We could probably talk for at least an hour on this.
About geckos alone.
Yeah,
about geckos.
The geckos are really important.
But we're pretty drunk. We're drinking a lot of German beer. We got Pecatonic beer. We're eating Lonnie Jaegers. We got some gentrified corn nuts up in this house. This is What You Think.